फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. The food is in the plate. Hunger is in the pate. Simply looking at the food or doing the japa, gobi ka paratha, aloo ka paratha, our hunger is not going to be satiated. So, that food from the plate must be lifted and put in the right place, and then go on chewing, mastication, salivation, and then swallow it. It will reach where the hunger was. So simple. So food is there. But has it reached the place where the hunger is? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru is like the food in the plate. Where? Outside. Where is the problem? Where is the confusion? In the mind. So whatever knowledge the Guru, the Sadhu, Santa give us, it must reach where the problems are. How simple? Now how can it reach? So this is easy to understand. You put the food in the mouth, chew it, and it goes in. What about this knowledge that we get in life? So that knowledge comes to us, and thereafter we have to work on that knowledge. Like the food has come to us, so we have to work on the food. Put it in the mouth, chew it nicely, swallow it. In the same manner, way, the knowledge that we get from the scriptures, from Guru Maharaj, it must be interacted with. And that can be done not by the Guru, but by the seeker of truth. So, the whole thing can be put in one simple word. We have to learn. Nobody can teach us. First principle of life. Therefore, the other day somebody asked me, Swamiji, who is your Guru? I said, Sadguru. Sadguru? I said, yes. Mine is also Sadguru. Which is your Sadguru? I said, same Sadguru. Same Sadguru. Where is he from? Is he from Punjab or is from Tamil Nadu? See, there is only one Sadguru. Because Sat is one. Ekam Sat. विप्रा बहुधा वदंती. सत्य एक ही है. जो सच होता है वो अनेक नहीं होता, एक ही होता है. तो यदि if is only one Sat and if there is Sadguru, how there can be many Sadgurus? See? So, what we have to learn is this. Nobody can teach us anything in life. And nobody can stop us from learning in our life. See? Now, something I'll just tell you. Now, this is the knowledge you are getting. Now, you have to learn. See? Food is given to you. So, you have to chew it, eat it, and swallow it. Then I can't do it for you. Similarly, this is the simple thing. One statement I make and we'll work on it. All experiences, everything happens only to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. This is the statement. Everything happens to the mind. It is the mind that is experiencing, not the body. See? Like for surface level, are my glasses seeing you? No. Otherwise, I can keep my glasses here and go away. Hey, they are looking at you. No. Then behind the glasses, there are eyes. Are the eyes seeing you? You must have seen there are some people, when they sleep, their eyes are open. Some people are so much awakened that when they sleep, their eyes are open. Eyes, mouth, nose, everything is open. So a person who is sleeping, eyes are open, and in front of his eyes, you ask him 4 plus 4, how much? Will he reply? No. Because eyes also don't see. There has to be mind behind the eyes. See. Therefore, we have to, whether we want or we don't want, we have to accept this truth. Everything happens to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. So, sometimes when I say in between, be attentive. That be attentive, is it for the body or for the eyes or for the ears or for the mind? For the mind. Now, if we are convinced of this, then what will be the spiritual life? Spiritual life will be mind your mind. It's so important, my friends. Instead of this, we get lost in this world. Like I was in Rishikesh, and after satsang, some people asked, Swamiji, why God has created this terrible world? I said, just to trouble you. See, why there is so much of crime everywhere going on in the world if God is there? So, our problem is we are going away from ourselves and asking questions. We are not concerned about the quality of our mind. See? Therefore, the first step on the spiritual path is mind your mind. Unfortunately, although this is true, but this is equally unfortunate. Never our parents taught us how to think, nor the school teachers taught us. Nobody has taught us how to think. Normally, we react. See? About this, I'll tell you an example. There is a friend of mine in Delhi and very intelligent, and he had a project. He has to write a big report, and on the basis of that report, that company was getting funds from the International Monetary Fund, and therefore he was given his job, and naturally at a cost. So he did very hard work for 6 months and produced a very fat report. And he was so happy with his work. He told his boss, "Sir, I have done that. Okay, go and deliver it to that person, that company." So he went there and presented that report. Now he expected that the president will see that report and make some comment and say very good and all that. So when he went there, he said, "Give it to my secretary and collect the check from there." That's it. He spent 6 months on that. Not even one word. How it is, nothing. So he got frustrated and depressed. See, so much work I had done. Not a one single word of appreciation or even mistakes, nothing. And in that frustrated mode, he came to me. "Swamiji, I am frustrated." I said, "You deserve that." "You didn't ask." I said, "No, I don't ask frustrated people. They are dumb, therefore they are frustrated. Wise people, you can imagine, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has gone in depression. See, do not justify you are in depression. Do not justify you are frustrated. No. See, therefore, he said, "Swamiji, what should I do? I am frustrated." I said, "Go and do anywhere. Don't talk to me. I don't like frustrated people." "But you don't even ask why I am frustrated." I said, "No. Fools are frustrated. Wise man is not frustrated. But I want to tell you." I said, "Okay, I am ready to listen." He told me this story. This is what happened. And he even did not ask me a single question about the report which I prepared for him. I said, "Did you get your payment?" "Yes." "Job is over." Remember one principle of life. We are working for money. You get your money, let it go to hell. Make it clear, my friends. But then we become emotional. "I have done this, I have done that." See, friends, why? Because we are not working on our mind. Bhagavad Gita tells, "Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nachayuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutas sukham." See, ayuktasya buddhi nasti. He who doesn't have the knack of learning from every single experience, he will remain frustrated throughout life. Buddhi means understanding. Ayuktasya, knack. Friends, you all must be knowing swimming or riding a bicycle. Now tell me, what exactly happens when you swim? We first struggle, and one day it clicks. because it clicks. It is not done by mind. It is not done by understanding. Therefore, once you know swimming, you never forget it. Things are forgotten if they are done by the mind with lot of efforts. Like swimming is a knack. See, riding a bicycle is a knack. It can't be taught. One of my friend in US, June, July, very hot. So he had a beautiful swimming pool in his house. That day I said, hey, today I am going to swim. It is so hot. So I got into the pool. My friend, his wife, and his son. Son may be this Chotu type. So when I got into it, I just said casually, hey, Dabbu, come. He immediately removed it and jumped. And you know swimming? Yes, I know swimming. Then who? Mummy knows. I call Mummy. Mummy jumped. Now call Papa. Oh, Swamiji, it's a fun. Then he came. I said, come. He said, no, I cannot swim. I said, you cannot swim? Your small child, 5 years, can swim. How can you? Swamiji, I tried to learn, but I just cannot swim. Now tell me, how can you teach swimming to somebody who cannot learn? Friends, remember this principle. Nobody can teach us anything in life. And nobody can stop us from learning if we are bent on learning. You know the story of Ekalavya in Mahabharata. Ekalavya was a boy and he wanted to learn archery from Dronacharya along with the Pandavas and Kauravas. But Dronacharya said, no, sorry, this is only for the high profile students, not for you, get away. So he was rejected. But this Ekalavya, he said, who cares? Be very attentive. Guru has no freedom to reject the disciple. Disciple has the freedom to reject the Guru. See the basics of life. So he said, you don't want to teach me, who cares? I have accepted you as my Guru. You may not accept me as your disciple. And then he made a statue and he practiced and learned to such an extent that he overpassed Arjuna, who was a special student for Dronacharya. The moral of the story, if you are bent on learning, even God cannot stop you from learning. On the other hand, if we learn from every experience of our life, then alone we will lead a purposeful, meaningful life. Now, such people, those who are learning from every experience of our life, they will never go frustrated in life. Because every experience is meant for our evolution. Nothing happens in our life which is wrong. Everything happens which is needed. Only thing is we are not able to recognize that. See? Now take an example again from Bhagavad Gita. See, Arjuna had been the most successful warrior of his time. And he had two negative things in him. These negative things should be removed from our system. One negative thing was, he was a perpetually successful warrior. He fought so many wars and never was he defeated. Friends, one may be able to digest failure sometimes, but to sustain and digest perpetual success is very difficult. See? Arjuna had that. And therefore, he was arrogant of his success. And therefore, he says, let me check who dare fights with me. He knew. Opposite, his grandfather, Bhishmacharya, invincible personality. Dronacharya is guru. And yet he had that arrogance. With whom will I fight? Let me check. And second thing, he had bitterness in his mind. Therefore, he uses bad words towards Kauravas. These two are negativities in human mind. See? Like you must have seen in the world. Now this leukoderma. Now it is not a contagious disease, it is a metabolic disorder. The other day I was in Gujarat and one girl came and did Namaskar Chamatkar, and I casually asked, I said, hey, when are you going to get married? So she's put her head down on that. Her mother says, Swamiji, for this only we have come. See, everything is perfect, but she has got one small white spot here, and therefore everything stands cancelled. See? Exactly the same way. We may be successful, we may be everything, but if we do not mind our mind, and what was Arjuna's problem? Arrogance of success and bitterness towards others. These two things do not qualify us to walk the spiritual path. We are not here to improve the world. See, we are here for our evolution. That is the only purpose of our life. See, friends, nobody can help us in this. See? Like the plants or the trees, they eat from below, grow upward. Animals eat from the front, grow backward. We eat from above, grow downward and sideward. What is the next possibility? Eat from backward and grow forward. So, as regards evolution at the body level is concerned, we have attained. Stones and bricks, only existence. Plants, existence plus life. Animals, existence, life and knowledge. See? Existence, life and knowledge. But it is not complete as yet. Then human beings, existence, life, knowledge and bliss. Ananda. So, we are made by the Lord only as an instrument through which bliss can express. That is the only purpose of our being human being. Otherwise, like it is said, ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha, eating, sleeping, all the time worried about security, maithunancha, procreation. If this is all that we have attained in our life, why we should be called as human being? See? Dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Then for human being there is something next. And the next is, we must be an instrument through which only bliss happens, not blisters. See, friends. And it can happen if we know what is the meaning of bliss. Find out. See, friends, your small kids, when they are born, they do not know how to walk. So learn from that. This principle, if you have to take away for today, remember this. Learn from every single experience of your life. Don't need anything in this world if you learn. So the child is lying down on the back and looks here and there. And he says, come on, everybody is walking here. How come I am lying down here? Then he says, oh, they are walking because of the movement of the legs. Then the child also starts moving the legs. Oh, nothing, something wrong. I am not moving ahead. He drops that. Then he turns, comes on his stomach. Then, like a reptile, he starts moving. But this is not a good way. Then he comes on the knees and the palms, starts moving. Not better. Again, he looks everybody around. Then I had to stand. So he takes the help of the wall. He stands. I have achieved. Then with the help of the wall, he starts one or two steps now, but they are not holding on to the wall. So he also doesn't want to hold. Then he leaves the wall, put the first step and falls. Imagine if that failure stops him from learning how to walk, will he ever walk in life? Now what he was doing? From every experience, the child is learning. Has any child ever asked his mother or father, Mom, how did you learn how to walk when you were a baby? Can you teach me? No. Friends, spiritual life is learn from every single experience of your life. See? Then you will come to know that as human beings, the only purpose of our being human being is an instrument through which bliss should manifest, not the blisters. That is the purpose. So for that we must know what is bliss. Our understanding of happiness is what? I like a cup of tea in the morning. So wherever I go, I get up, and most of them know where is the kettle and all that. So I go. And if some places I go, there is no kettle kept and the tea leaves are not seen, oh, and I get so angry. Come on. They know I don't want anything, only one cup of tea, that too without milk, without sugar, so cheap it is. Oh, angry. Why? I am not getting tea in the morning. And then somehow, after struggle, I get. The moment I get a cup of tea, ha ha. Conclusion. I was miserable when I did not take tea. When I got tea, I am happy. Therefore, happiness is coming from tea. This is our conclusion. But is it a right conclusion? If tea can give me happiness, it should give happiness to others also. Like if I touch the fire, I get burned, everybody will get burned. But I can't deny my experience of happiness when I get a cup of tea and when I want it. Then you learn. Come on, why I only become happy when I get tea, and when I become miserable when I don't get tea? Others are not influenced. What could be the reason? Start thinking. Then you will come to know. Misery is disturbed mind. And disturbance is from outside. So, we imagine if I get it, I am happy. If I don't get it, I am miserable. First, we have to correct this mistake. Happiness is not the content of any object in the world. Then where from the happiness comes? So, disturbed mind is misery and undisturbed mind is happiness. So what will be the spiritual practice therefore? Don't get disturbed. Then start fake happiness. Start. If somebody does a mistake, hey, how are you? Sit down. I'll tell you. Don't make him miserable. Start. I am happy. Start it slowly, slowly. That will become your second nature. See, friends. And don't we like somebody who is happy? If some other happy person we like, what a joy it will be if I am happy. So what is the purpose? That we are human being and what should be our expression? See, friends. And this can happen only if we learn how to act and not how to react. Normally, we react in life. See? And who are those who are reacting? One more example. In Rishikesh, I was standing on the banks of Ganges and nice steps and all that, beautiful time. And I was enjoying that evening stroll there. There was a child like this. And the child was crying. So let him cry, his freedom. So I was enjoying everything. There were three ladies. And they saw Babaji standing free. Ask question. Swamiji, why he is crying? You don't know what questions come to us. Why he is crying? I said, you can imagine and tell me why he must be crying. One lady was a mother. Mother can think only one thing. Feed the child up to the throat so that he cannot cry. Mothers don't know anything other than feeding the child. See? The second lady was a doctor. Doctors cannot think health. See? So, the other lady was a doctor and she immediately diagnosis. The child may be suffering from abdominal colic. They cannot think health. Then the third lady, she was a social worker. Social workers make a big issue out of nothing. So, say, Mama, what about you? Swamiji, in our country, I said, stop. Don't start your pravachan. Focus attention on this issue. Then, Swamiji, why don't you tell? You are asking us, you tell. I said, look here, I am very simple. I am ignorant. I am not wise like you. Why not we ask the child directly? You can ask. So we ask the child, hey, why are you crying? Nothing, time pass. Now tell me, is it wrong? See, friends, this Be Happy Mantra Mala that you are hearing, there is one mantra who asked you. See, friends, there is no need to get involved in this world. Mind your mind. Otherwise, we are good basically, but our goodness is wasted in unwanted pursuits. See? Therefore, we must know our area of operation. You know, the management rule, once I was talking somewhere, I gave this rule to them. Boss is right, is the rule. But if he is wrong, what is to be done? Remember the rule. Boss is right. See, know up to what area is your authority to work. Don't go beyond that. Why God has created such a terrible world? Ask him. See, friends, do not play with the peace of your mind. The first step is Nasti Buddhi Ayuktasya. We have to have a knack. The knack is don't become smart. I'll tell you my experience. This happened in South Africa. While I was coming, they have got a 20 kilo weight and all that for the bag. And I do not know why it happened, but it happened. My ticket was shown half. No, I am a full grown man. Passport tells I am full man. So the person, he said, no, only 10 kilos. You can't take 20 kilos. I said, but it is normal 20. No, 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 no. I said, then what do I do? So standard dumb. What do I do? Go to that boss. So I went there. Why you have come? I don't know. He asked me to go to you. Passport and ticket. Oh, how come half ticket? You are a big man. I said, he is giving 10 kilos. No, no, no. 20 kilos. He wrote 20. Came back. What happened? I don't know. Act dumb. He saw, oh, 20 plus 10, 30 kilos. Don't remain smart in this world. Make fool of the world. Your life will be so light. See, I can act fool very easily. That is the highest spiritual practice. And this I learned from my guru. My guru are American NRI children. You ask there. Here the children are not like that. There you ask them, hey, what are you going to study further? They will not say this, that. Like we chant Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra is Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayada. But before that we add Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. And then the mantra starts. Similarly, our NRI children, you ask them, hey, what are you going to do afterwards? I don't know. So that Om Bhur Bhu Swaha is They cannot talk one sentence completely clearly. See. And what is the reply? Reply is, I don't know. It's such a perfect reply. After that, no question comes. I don't know. See, friends, don't get involved in the worldly matters. There was a family, Mr. and Mrs. Gupta. Once a person asked me this question, Swami, you always talk about Mr. and Mrs. Gupta. What is this Gupta? I said, look here. Like Bhagwan Shankaracharya used to have a character, Vishnu Datta Devadatta. Then the latest, Osho Rajanish, he was having a character, Mullah Nasruddin. I said, my character is Gupta ji. Where from you got this character, Gupta ji? I said, there is an event which delivered this thing to me. It happened in Jumke Wali Bareilly, many years before. Below one tree, some people were having tea and a small shop, and in a bench in the center, there was a chessboard. This side 5-6 people, this side 5-6 people, and two players playing. And this person telling, Are Gupta, Ghoda chala. Are Gupta, Hathi chala. And he was doing, and he won. So he saw, hey, who was telling me? I was telling you. But how do you know my name is Gupta? I don't know you. He said, हर बेवकूफ को मैं गुप्ता ही कहता हूँ. That day onward, I got his best character in my life. So, Mr. and Mrs. Gupta, they were honored. Civic reception, because in that town, everybody know they are so old, Guptaji was 80 plus, and the Mrs. Gupti, she was maybe 75. Feminine gender, Gupti. That was the thing. So they were received. And then they say, Guptaji, please tell, what is the secret of you never fought in your life? We want to know about it. Guptaji, look at Gupti. She only nodded the name. She bolo. Then he said, we have divided our area of operation. She thinks about the house things. Who should come, who should not come, what should be the furniture, what should be everything. She decides. What should be the car bought, everything. He takes care of that. Then what do you do, Guptaji? I decide whether America should attack Afghanistan or not. Divide your area of work. You will be happy. You will see we are never miserable for something great. We are all miserable on silly things. See? Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he used to be miserable. When today also mother has not talked to me. See? Therefore, if our understanding is clear, happiness is not the content of the worldly things. Happiness is you are the source of happiness. That happiness is covered by unwanted garbage in our life. See, in Ramcharitmanas, if you have read it, you will come to know. When Bhagwan Rama was born, Tulsidaji writes, how he was born, he says there, Bhaya Prakata Krupala Dina Dayala. Bhagwan Ram manifested, not born. See? We can ask a question, where is earth? Where is water? Where is fire? Where is air? Can we ask a question, where is space? What will be the reply? Where the space is not? See? This I recently learned. You also must have done it 100 times. I have done more than you. After every 3-4 days, I have to pack up my suitcase, open my suitcase. That is the only work I am doing in my whole life. Nothing else. So, wherever you go, whatever may be the size of your suitcase, it is always small. And then you have to put some more. Say, there is no space, no space. So, when you can add the contents, why don't you add the space? Space you can't add. Then what we have to do? Remove the contents. The moment unwanted contents are reduced, the space is already there. We don't have to become happy. We don't have to get happiness. We are happiness. Like the suitcase is space. You don't add outside things, outside space into the suitcase. In the same manner, we don't have to get happiness. But our divine happiness is covered by the garbage as in our suitcase. So many contents are there. Remove it. In the same manner, in our mind, lot of garbage. Desire, anger, frustration, unwanted, getting lost in this world. Remove all that unwanted, you will express bliss in your life. And this is exactly what we do every day. So again, learn from your own experience. When we go to sleep, means what do? We go somewhere? No. It is the process of deleting. Enough. Now I don't want to go out. I want to sleep. So we reject the whole world. Our achievement, failure, friends, enemies, everything is rejected. We come home, reject the whole home. We go to the room, reject the room. We go below the quilt. And the last thing that what is going on, I want to sleep. No other thing. Till such time, I and want is there. sleep doesn't begin. When this I, who was wanting sleep, when even he is dropped, the bliss begins. And therefore, sleep is an experience of happiness. And whenever you are happy, you make noise, is it not? And that is why in the deep sleep, the Sangeet Sammelan starts. Karrrr, karrrr. That husband who doesn't dare look at the feet of his wife when they are sleeping together in the same bed, where from the courage comes to snore. Because everything is dropped. See, friends, therefore, don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness in life. When we go to the temple or anywhere, what for we go? Begging? Outside the temple, there are beggars. Inside the temple, there are beggars. See? That is why our God say God is mudra, isn't it? Enough, bas ho gaya. Constantly asking, begging. Therefore, my friends, spiritual life is as simple as this. If somebody does a mistake, this happened to me in Delhi, one Punjabi house I went. And it was my mistake, of course. Old lady, I went and talked to her. I said, Mama, ki haal hai tode? Tusi aage baitho ithe. She made me sit there and then started. In the morning, when I got up from my sleep and stepped down on the floor, my ankle got twisted and her description was so lively, I started getting pain everywhere. See? And she was going so deep. What happened? Her grandson, Swamiji, 1 minute. I said, Mama, wait a minute, your grandson is calling me, I'll come back. Said, what happened? He said, how can you listen to that Amma? She goes on telling the same thing 100 times. We get fed up. Then what do? Shall I plug her mouth? No. We show her fingers. Dadi Ma, you told 3 times, so she keeps quiet. Then I got the idea. Very good. Swamiji, I've forgotten how far I have come. Okay, I'll start. Is it Ramayana or what? And again she started. Then I showed her, Mama, 25 times you told me, stop it. Don't express your miseries in life. Who doesn't have difficulties in life? I'll tell you something more deeper. Be attentive. If you have got body health problem, congratulate yourself. You are still alive. Dead body has no health issues. When the dead body is on the pyre, hey, garam ho raha hai yaar. No. This is the rule. Disease to the body is called as vyadhi. Vyadhi is the sign that you are still alive. See? Second thing, the mental disease is called as adhi. Till such time you want something or the other, your mind is still in a mess. So, only learn this thing. 3 bodies we have got. Gross body, diseases are called a vyadhi. Subtle body or the mind, disease is called as adhi. And third, causal body, disease is called as avidya. 3 of them. Because of these 3 diseases, our body, our life is maintained. When the gross body stops getting any disease, then what happens? Be attentive. We will say body dies. But in fact, body doesn't die. Today, all your wrong notions will be blasted out. Body doesn't die. Then What is this body? Made out of 5 elements, is it not? Is it that rich man's body is made out of 2, 3 dozen elements? No, same 5 elements. So when exactly what happens when the body dies? First, the individual air merges with the total air. Individual heat merges with the total heat. Individual water merges with the total water. Individual earth element goes back to the earth. And the space which was occupied by the body is released. Who died? It is something like that. We take loan from the bank and then cry, "Yaar, I have to pay back." You have taken it, you go back. It is not a loss. Who dies? Similarly, till such time we are carrying the burden of desires. I want this, I want that, all the time. Till then, your subtle body is alive. The day you are free from any desire, how? Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. O Lord, thy will be done. Living at zero complaint level. No complaints. You have to do nothing, my friends. When my vision sees blue color, is it complaining why it is blue? See the green color. Is it complaining why it is green? See the man, is it becoming masculine? See the girl, does it become feminine? No. Rule is illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Now, what sadhana will you do? Tell me. That our vision is not influenced by any color, ears not influenced by any sound, whether it is the Lord's name or an abuse, doesn't matter. Mind, same thing, good thought, bad thoughts, who cares? Ultimately, waking, dream, deep sleep comes and goes. We are the same. Go to the foundation of your being. Therefore, when the diseases of the gross body cease, we merge in the infinite. We don't die. Similarly, the subtle body. The diseases of subtle body are these: Shadurmi, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, etc. Desire, anger, frustration, greed, jealousy. When that stops, be attentive. Mind merges back in consciousness. Like water and ice. Both are water. In the same manner, desire in the mind and desire freedom is going back to the consciousness. Therefore, knowledge with desire is mind, knowledge without desire is consciousness. Is it not our experience? In deep sleep, we have no desire, we have no sense of finite, we have no sense of otherness, therefore there is no desire, therefore we are happy, therefore we snore. Desires are desires. There is nothing like good desire, bad desire. See? Therefore, remember, the so-called social service is not spiritual practice. But if the same social service is done for time pass, then it is spiritual practice. See, friends. And when this is systematically, methodically carried on in our day-to-day life, then we come to discover we are not here to seek happiness. We are here to express happiness. It is easy to be happy than to be miserable. Or our condition is the other way around. गुप्ता जी क्या बात है यार, बड़े खुश नजर आ रहे हो. If he is happy, we are surprised. How come he is happy? So we require a reason to be happy. Be unreasonably happy. You have understood everything in life. Okay? But we want to justify, because of this I am happy. That happiness, which is because of something, is an illusion of happiness. That happiness, which is in spite of everything, is the real happiness. If you are happy because your wife is good, she cooks very good food, she doesn't allow you to wash dishes, she takes care of you, she does your lot of seva. When you come from the work, she will receive you with a great Purna Kumbha, and then she will give you a nice seat to sit and wash your feet, and then take the tirtha. Husband Maharaj Ki Jai. And because of that you are happy. What is your contribution? If you come home and you are received with a jhadu, and yet you are happy, that is real happiness. See, unless we recognize this, don't seek happiness, my friends. Express happiness. And first step of expressing happiness is living at zero complaint level. One husband, he asked me once, Swamiji, please don't quote my example anywhere. I said, okay, I will not quote. You know, I am so fed up of my wife. Why I am getting such wife in my life? I said, if throw her away, you will get another one. Divorce. No, I can't do that. Why? She is earning. Then I said, see, I got only one solution to all the problems. Think properly. All issues are because of wrong thinking. Correct your thinking. Problems cannot be solved. They have to be dissolved. See? So what I should think? I say think. Our scriptures tell, in the last life, you as a husband, she as a wife, you have tortured her. And that time she did Karwa Chauth. So she doesn't want to leave you for next 7 lives. Swamiji, I say, oh, what can I do? This is the law. Then what is to be done? I said, there is a way. Now behave properly with her. Then what will happen? You try. Then two things will happen. You will stop blaming others for your miseries of life. This is our expertise, is it not? We blame others for all the problems of our life. If I am a husband, I am miserable because of somebody's wife. I am miserable because of my wife. और लोगों की बीवियां कितनी अच्छी. See, friends, these two things you do. Stop blaming others for the miseries of your life and interact happily, not because of, but in spite of everything. But how to do that? I said, again, think properly. What is there to think? I say, you tell me. Husband is a common noun or a proper noun? Swamiji, you are asking me grammar. I said, yes. So husband is a common noun. Yes, common noun. Every husband is miserable. Common noun. So you are also miserable. Natural condition. Every husband, yes, then it is okay. Friends, do not justify your being miserable. When this you work on sincerely, then next thing Bhagavan says, Nasti buddhi yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. Bhavana is pretend you are happy. We are pretending, I am unfortunate, I am unlucky, I care for others, but others don't care for me. Don't do all that rubbish. Pretend you are happy. Hey, how are you? I am at the top of the world. Take him also with you. Otherwise, somebody is, how are you? Better. And destroy him. No. Try. This is called bhavana. We are all happy or miserable because of our own bhavana. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his spiritual practice was only bhavana. He used to do bhavana. Mother is talking to me. And he became so one with that mother, with that bhavana, that instead of offering the flower to her, he used to offer to himself. Same thing in today's world, Amritanandamaya. She doesn't teach, she doesn't do any karma. She is bhavana pradhan. Therefore, she is in that mode. So do this bhavana. You are happy, you are lucky, everything is fine, nothing is wrong. Try. But normally, Swamiji, you are very lucky, you can move all around, I have to move in the kitchen and wash the dishes. Hare Ram, Ram. See, don't justify you are miserable. Pretend, even if you are not, you are happy. Slowly, slowly, you will come to discover there is nobody in this world who is not miserable. So you are in the majority. Celebrate life. Don't calibrate what I got, what I got. To the extent you will reduce the burden of what I got, to that extent happiness will start expressing through you. Give it a try and be ready for the wonderful dinner. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.